There it goes. It's working. Okay, we're good. Okay, we're in. Look at that. All right. Here's the class. All right. Hi, guys. Let's have a seat over here. So we don't have anybody watching us. We're just being recorded. So sit here and let's chat. We don't have a long class, unfortunately, because we had the technical difficulties and we had the craziness of the first day and the snack. So we really have like 10 minutes. So it's cool. It's all right. What is this class that we have today? You know what it's called? Life cycle. So really today, when I say life cycle, what you guys you've been around a while. So, you know, you guys are the older ones, right? So when I say Jewish life cycle, what does it mean?
Like the life cycle of a person.
The life cycle of a person, yeah.
Like the Jewish, like the Jewish holidays.
Jewish holidays. Okay. Do you want to expand a little bit? You're gonna have your chance there.
Like during like every holiday comes once a year.
Okay, so that would be part of the Jewish life cycle.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Sort of like, I think it might include like the ritual ceremonies that occur like during some.
Such as like what ritual?
Like the Brit Milah, Bar Mitzvah.
You remember this? Like Brit Milah. Do you know what Brit Milah is? When a young boy is born, they are given a Brit Milah. Brit is entering the covenant. Milah is it's actually for boys. For girls, it's not a Brit Milah because you don't have the same anatomy. But it's a circumcision for boys, and for girls, you just get a name, right? Brit. But it's entering the covenant, so that's very good at. That's the first part of the life cycle. Actually, it's your first part of the life cycle. For your parents, it's not. They've gone through other things, including the pregnancy. There's some stuff that goes on there too. But when you're born, how many days after you're born do you have a Brit? 8 days. And for a girl? There's no say. They don't say. We do it as soon as possible. And generally, it's done in the synagogue, on Shabbat, in front of the Torah, but it's not always done that way. Sometimes they do it in the home. Really, there's all the different things that we're going to explore during this year. We're actually going to explore Bat Brit, Brit Milah. We're going to get into that stuff. So you can obviously, I've given you the list. What else do we think about when we talk about life cycles?
Torah.
Oh, yeah, definitely Torah. What life revolves around the Torah, right? How do you think, when I say life revolves around the Torah, how do you think life revolves around the Torah?
Maybe because like the Torah is saying like all our ancestors from before and like all the stuff that happened, like for instance Abraham and that story and the Joseph and like all those maybe.
Yeah, I mean all of the things that are in the Torah are history, and so that gives us a panoramic view of what went on around us. So we learn a lot about life cycles because when we're reading Torah or studying the history of the Torah, that's when we start to hear about things like, and Abraham circumcised himself. Why did he circumcise himself? Why did he do that? Why do you think he did that? You're the older kids, I can talk to you about this. The younger kids, they wouldn't understand. So why do you think you guys would have the name Ishmael? When is your bar mitzvah?
November 9th.
Yours? And yours is coming up in March. So you guys are going to be training. You're training for B'nai Mitzvah right now. Sort of. Not yet. You should be. These things You can understand, you can know. Remember the Torah says that Abraham circumcised himself. Do you remember that part? You know why he did it? Why do you think he did it? Because God told him to. Right? God told him to. So why do you think God would go talk to a 90-something-year-old man and say, hey, go circumcise yourself? And why would he do it? Have you ever heard of the word faith? Yeah.
I'm guessing that it was almost like a test for faith, like
Yeah.
testing Abraham's.
Yeah, well, it's not only a test for faith. You can't undo it, right? You can't undo this. So if you can't undo it, that means you cannot technically break the relationship with God. When a girl gets named, you can change your name, couldn't you? But can you change your identity? You can pretend it doesn't exist, but guess what? It's always there, isn't it? Your identity will never go away because you are who you are. You come from the family that you came from. So, since you came from the family that you came from, and whatever, to me, that's something that can't be undone. Do you agree? So what else do you think life cycle? What do you think we should be exploring in this class about life cycles of Judaism? What are some of the things on this list now that I handed to you? Consecration, which we don't really do anymore. That's something that we would do years ago, and this paper that I got it from still shows that it's being done. That's when you got your little mini Torah. I remember getting a little mini Torah. Where did you put it? Where do you put the little mini Torah? It's called, isn't it? Do you all have Synagogue from the school? When you were in the former school, and you have the same SHALOM, right? That's what we use. All of the new kids from here are going to get one. The kids that just joined our school will all end up having a Synagogue. Which would you think would be more, I'm going to use a big word, so I'm going to rethink it. Which do you think would be more beneficial to you as young adults, because you're becoming young adults? A miniature Torah that you probably buried in a closet somewhere, or a Siddur? Right, a Siddur, because why would the Siddur be more beneficial? It's harder to lose. And are you going to use that little miniature Torah? No. You're going to use the Siddur, right? Especially when you start practicing B'nai Mitzvah. Are you learning from the Siddur? You've already started your program, right? You're almost done. You've already started your.
I finished my house quarter, and I have one more to go. Well, I have like 3 more segments to go, and I.
And your mom is when? 2019 May. I'm gonna get you started. So I'm gonna get you started because you gotta get going. We haven't met yet. We haven't met if you were. Is it 2019 or 2020?
Yeah.
It's 2020.
I'm older than her.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I think you're 2020. I think you're right. May of 2020.
Yeah.
And absolutely May. I think it's May. The name on? No. When's your Bar Mitzvah? May. How about May 23rd? I haven't yet. May 23rd. So you won't have to start yet. But you do have to get started soon. So the point is, you're going to start learning all of these things. I'd rather you have a Siddur than a little Torah that you put in your drawer somewhere and you don't know where it is anymore. So the consecration ceremony, it's done, but not as much as the other one. Bar Mitzvah, confirmation, Bofra. What's a Bofra? Welcome, a celebration on the Shabbat before a wedding. We don't need to talk about getting married, do we? You guys haven't even had your B'nai Mitzvah yet. By the way, the word for bar mitzvah together is B'nai Mitzvah. That's the plural, B'nai Mitzvah. So when you're in class, they'll call you the B'nai Mitzvah class. Not bar mitzvah class or bar mitzvah class. The B'nai is the plural. But we're talking about celebration on the Shabbat for a wedding. Why do you think a couple would come to the synagogue the weekend before their wedding?
So pray for the marriage.
To pray for their marriage, absolutely. To sanctify God, to thank God. So they get an aliyah, and when we do a blessing, we do a special blessing, blessing the couple, and wishing them mazel tov and wishing them well before their wedding. And so, what is chuppah? I mean, if you look at Kirusin, Kedushin, Nisuin, Chuppah, Ketubah, all these things we're going to learn. All these things are going to learn because they're all part of the lifestyle. And it's all part of the marriage. And it's all part of the Jewish marriage. So when you get married in a civil marriage, what's a civil marriage? What's a civil marriage versus a religious marriage? What's the difference? What's the difference?
Civil marriage is more like non-religious.
Not religious, right? What's a civil marriage versus a religious marriage?
Well, civil marriage is more just like a celebration to say, oh, you got married. Like a religious marriage, like has more like religious and spiritual connection to the marriage.
What's the connection to religion and religious connection? What's the one thing that connects religion to us?
God.
Yeah. So when you have a civil wedding, you usually don't have mention of God. When you have a religious wedding, obviously it's all about your relationship with God. We're doing blessings, we're doing Baruch Atah, right? We're doing all of the blessings. And all of these things we'll talk about through the year that we're working on. Irusin, Kedushin, Nisuin, Chuppah, Ketubah, and then unfortunately you even get a divorce. It's part of the Jewish life cycle. What happens when a couple doesn't make it? What happens? They don't make their marriage, doesn't make it.
They divorce.
They divorce, and that's what a get is. They get a get. They get a get. Now we try to keep marriages together. We try to keep them together as much as possible. But the Jewish life cycle takes into consideration sometimes it doesn't work out. You know anybody who's been divorced? If they're Jewish, they get a get. A get is just a word. It sounds like an English word, but it's not. And that's why it sounds so funny.
But you have to.
If you want to remarry, you do. It's called a dissolution of the marriage contract, which means it dissolves the contract. It makes it go away. And it's done in a very interesting format. Would you guys like me to show you a get someday? Yeah, I can do that. You know, I used to deliver them. I've delivered several of them in my years of being a rabbi, unfortunately. It's a whole ceremony, which you guys really want to see a delivery of a get? I actually have one on video. I had a woman who let me videotape her when I delivered the get. Would you guys like to see it in one class? It's about a half hour. I could probably do that with you sometime. All right, Korea is tearing clothes or a ribbon. When do you think that you do that?
For that.
Why is that part of the life cycle?
So then part of reproduction.
Part of reproduction. When you're born, you will die, and then when you die, someone else comes. Is that what you're basically saying? It's the renewal of life. Is that what you're trying to say?
I think so.
Okay, I'm going to buy that because see, a lot of people when someone dies, they think it's over. My feeling is that when we die, someone else is born. It's not reincarnation. Were you going to say that? Okay. It's not reincarnation, but we are replaced. So somebody starts over again. Ledor vador. What does that mean?
From generation to generation.
You all heard of that before? Ledor vador, from generation to generation. So if we go from generation to generation, that means things just keep tumbling. So kind of sort of when someone dies, it's funny how we find out somebody was just born. Baby. So it's part of the life cycle, part of living. Kriya, Kaddish, Shiva. You've all heard of Shiva. What is Shiva?
You sit Shiva.
What does sitting Shiva mean?
Like you're sitting and mourning for the person who has died.
What does it mean? You know? You ready?
I don't know. Except I'm just going by the schedule.
Fine.
I had someone call in successfully. Danny Harris told me.
And he heard you? And you heard
I could
him?
hear him. Yeah, I had him read.
So mine's not working. Okay, good.
Strange.
But as long as yours is working, great. I will send him
I
my.
could hear him and his dog.
Well, he's gonna call in to me.
Funny, every time Rabbi was at the computer, nothing worked.
Isn't that terrible? So yours is working.
It like all of a sudden it dinged. Oops, sorry. It all of a sudden it dinged. He was there. He's like, hey.
And he hears you and you hear him. All right, I hope he comes
He
in
said
and
he
talks to you again.
participated in the class.
I wonder if it works when the record is on. Because I didn't have the record on before. I wonder if that was the problem.
Oh, I bet you're right, because it was after I started recording.
Maybe that did it though.
That's what it is, I bet. Yeah.
All right, well, lovely. All
Okay.
right, so we can split classes. So you guys are coming in here now and you guys are
No, I
going,
think we're, well, I don't know.
who's going where? I don't know.
Sounds fun in the world.
All right, you guys, you can take those. You don't have to. You can leave them with me and I can give them back to you next time. It's up to you, because I'm not giving you any homework. I'm not giving you any homework. No homework in my class. So you guys do want to see a video of a delivery we get? We won't do it right away. We'll do it sometime mid-season. This is a real delivery. It's a real woman who actually went through the process. You guys want to see that? I'm going to treat you guys a little differently than I treated the other kids, obviously. So you tell me what you want. All right? You guys want to do that? Want to see a real delivery of a get? All right, it'll happen. Remind me, I won't be with you next week. I was going to do it online, but it isn't going to happen. So forget it. You guys are going to be without me. The week after that, maybe we'll show you a video. Okay? All right?
Okay.